Welcome, racers. How's it going, everyone? Hope everyone had a really good week. We are racing Road America tonight. A lot of the tracks we've driven on mostly this season are not ones that I have any experience with. And, well, Daytona was kind of an outlier with that. Got a lot of experience at Daytona. Got a lot of experience at Road America, too, and I know the rest of us do here tonight. So this is going to be a really fun one. I'm looking forward to it. Also, we finally, if you guys have seen our social media, we finally hopefully have our Twitch working. So we're co-streaming to both YouTube and Twitch tonight. If we might have some technical glitches with the Twitch, it's our first time doing it. We're not advanced Twitch users, so apologize for that. But we're going to keep working on that. But if you can, go over there and subscribe um, and join us on both platforms simultaneously. So yeah, we're racing Road America out in Elkhart Lake, Wisconsin. West side of Lake Michigan, about an hour north of Milwaukee. This place is fantastic. It's America's National Park of Speed. Every part of that statement is true too. Like the national park part, with it being like a really beautiful, like scenic place to go spend a weekend at and have some scenic views, is very true. And it being the National Park of Speed is also very true. This has to be the fastest road course in North America in terms of just like average lap time and top speed and everything like that. So I've been out here many times engineering teams at all various levels. I think we've done Ferrari Challenge, Lamborghini Super Trofeo, LMP3s, and a whole lot of club racing stuff out here. So I've been out here probably a dozen times in the last 5-10 years. So unfortunately, it's been a couple of years since I've been there. But I am working with one of our members here at the Chicane Club. I'm going to be coaching with them one-on-one. Just inside a month, I believe. So looking forward to getting back out there really soon and enjoying some good old domestic cheese. So got the usual gang of gentlemen behind me tonight. We've got Garrett Heising, who's going to be spotting for me, and Kurt Chiefing as always, and then Mr. Angelo Zara, who has been to Road America a lot more recently than I have. I think he was out there just a couple of weeks ago. So how are you guys doing tonight?
Doing good, doing good. How you doing, Garrett? What's cooking today?
I'm doing pretty good. Ready to spot. We pray for no rain.
We've only got
I still believe that jinx
Garrett
it
says
last week.
something. I'm looking at Greg's windshield. I'm like, is that rain? Is that
we're at 3% chance of rain, but it rained last week and 4% chance of rain. So like 3% doesn't sound low enough for me to be able to rule rain out. So who knows what we'll
Check
see
the
tonight.
radar. I want 200-mile radius.
Yeah, we definitely will tonight. So yeah, Angela and I were working on the setup already, getting that all sorted out. I think we've got a fast car. Angela and I have a lot of experience here. Unfortunately, not as a group unit working together, but I hope that changes someday. But
Yeah,
we
I
both
hope so
have,
too.
yeah, we have some independent experience here making cars fast, so we kind of know. We're finally getting to grips with what this Ferrari needs, and we know from real hand experience what Road America really wants. Naturally, we want to get as much aero efficiency as possible. We want this thing to be as fast as possible in a straight line. We want it to stop as efficiently as possible, and then we want it to drag race out of the next corner as fast as possible.
It's
So
funny. I think we were working on that exact sequence.
yeah, in
Yeah,
that
pretty
in
much.
that order.
We trimmed it out, got it scary, and then started reeling it back in.
Yeah. So we've got I'm gonna get in trouble for not mentioning her, but Daphne, my lovely wife, handling our YouTube and Twitch chat moderation tonight as well, and doing all of our social media. So it's gonna be a fun one, but just getting up to speed. We did some testing a little bit, I don't know, half an hour ago. So I'm just getting back into it. I think we're really dialed in pretty close on a setup right now. So I really just need to turn a good bit of laps here to really get myself comfortable with how this car now drives.
It's kind of neat when we get to affect the timing of the driver. You know, he gets used to turning into a corner this way, and then we make a change, and he's like, I don't do the same thing anymore. So Greg went through that a couple of times as we were moving the car around. So I think we got something pretty good to start with, although I'm not happy with the last setup change.
You don't think it was a step in the right direction?
Don't know yet. Still nervous.
Yeah. I mean, it feels good out of the box, but I don't know if I'm at the level of driving just so let's get the stream started. So
Copy that.
I'm going to really send it on the next one to try to give you a better read on that. So
Yeah, copy that.
yeah, but what we were both kind of alluding to is that when we work through a bunch of setup changes, I can get in and go fast, but every time we make a setup change, especially the amount of setup change we were making, I always have to adapt my hand and pedal speed everywhere.
Garrett, I guess we got to watch practice too.
Yeah, wow, that was a very late dive bomb. I just have to adjust all that prior to a race so that I'm really finely tuned in. And when my brain's in testing mode, I'm going out and I'm chucking it around really quickly to kind of see how it responds to everything. So now I need to get myself into like race pace practice mode, and then we'll towards the end of the practice time here, we'll do some quali sim practice and really see where we stack up with everyone. But hello, I hear you. That's okay. Twitch is about tonight. Okay. All right. Well, I apologize for anyone who went out of the way to go find our Twitch channel. We'll get it sorted out. We finally at least have it connected. We'll get it sorted out. It's only tech issues, so we'll get it for hopefully for next week. We're one step closer.
Sounds like me on setup changes. One step closer. Nope, it doesn't work. All right, so what do we want to talk about? What do we got? How you feeling?
I like the last change that we made. I think we were talking about we're making some rear rebound changes to control the rear a little bit on power down on exit. I like it. It doesn't really get kind of overly sideways or anything at any point, which is really helpful just in terms of just raw putting the power to the ground and driving out of a corner. I know I haven't really done a terribly representative lap time yet, but
That's what I'm worried about. Did we go backwards?
I might want to re-rack and start on a fresh load here to try to put a lap time down and just kind of see where we stack up.
Okay.
I'd like to think we can get to a low 206 with a good lap
Yeah, I'd like to.
with race fuel.
Yep, copy that.
Probably a second less than that, or half a second to a second. Oh, wow.
Overlap.
Ouchie. Well, that wasn't a brain fart. I think that I guess we're that close to the limit there.
The driver's trying to figure out what he just did wrong. I think you're a little bit too hard on the wheel when you were going for power.
It might have been wheel speed, yeah.
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to do a proper setup and fast lap here.
All right, cold tires.
Ryan wants us to add wing.
I
I don't know if that's sarcastic or not.
No. So, Brian, we trimmed it out, got scared in the kink, added it back, play with the rake. As we know, we got under tray, so rake angle will affect the rear as well. Balanced it back out with the wing. The kink's not the bad part right now. He was looking for drive off the corner. So we started playing dragster. We've seen how much rebound we could add to it. Basically, if you think about drag racing, squat and go. So we were playing with that. That's where we left off with on the thumbs up, thumbs down. Didn't know if it proved positive. We got cut out on time. So Greg's going to run it as is for now and see where we're at.
I had a GTP that almost ran me over in turn 5, even though I was trying to let him by.
I was wondering why you were going off.
I was trying to just get out of the way, and then he wanted to do the same thing, I guess. All right, hand speed. All about hand speed.
Smooth.
Smooth as fast.
One motion. How's Canada feel still? 155.
Copy. What is this prototype doing? Just drive past me already. Go. I'm not stopping you.
He's down a cylinder. I don't know.
I forgot to turn the hybrid system on.
Strat 5 fuel savings.
Too much and too late on the brakes.
Car close.
Yeah, it's him.
He's off. We're clear.
Yep.
All right, so he touched the grass, but he's still right back behind. Thought he got sucked into the grass. Inside.
Yep.
Inside. Like that. He's using all the road. Yeah, 2 tires in the dirt.
Aero wash wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be.
That's got to be a hard one to model.
Yeah, right? Oh, I do get it. I do feel it, but I didn't feel it as much as I thought I would that time.
Nice and smooth. Clean arc.
Really?
Okay.
I mean, I'll do one more here, but
Yeah. One more. Let's pull that rebound out.
it feels good. But clearly not any faster. We are in so the 2064 we did earlier was in a 10-degree lower track temp. So
Yep.
that could play a good bit of effects in terms of power and grip level.
Yep. Wow, I didn't know you can go out there to turn in.
I think you can.
You can. I don't know if it's any faster with the bumps, but
Well, apparently,
I'm gonna try it
That's-
next time.
okay. That's iRacing cheat.
Yeah.
I mean, it was pretty to watch, but that's not real.
Woo. That just went. First time I felt it go loose there.
Yeah, it's setup is definitely catching up here. It's weird.
Yeah,
Weird,
that's weird.
weird.
It's definitely a little different than it was in the previous session we
Yeah,
were in when the
yep,
track
yep,
temp was lower.
Exactly. I'm noticing it too.
That's why it's caught me. And that and Billy Mitchell, same thing.
Yep. Agreed.
All right.
And we're hitting the left front tire, 194. That's box.
Got it. Oh, Lamborghini
Watch out.
spun.
So let's go back one setup and make a mod.
Okay. Go to the previous setup.
Yeah.
Got it.
I like that a little bit better.
So that was F. So we're basically adding, I think, the one click of rebound back into our setup. Rear high-speed rebound, correct? Yeah, I think that's what it was.
Go back 2 setups when we were pretty free on the rebound.
That's where it was quite loose. I liked
Yeah,
the
I know you like this better, so run
I,
that.
yeah, I think we should try this one right now. Yeah. Yeah, it's feeling pretty good.
Let's go back again. Can we don't launch? Let's
Yep.
go back to setup. What's our corner weights? Left front.
763. Right front 757.
Let's play with our cross weight a little bit more. Let's put a little more weight on that right front. Yeah, just grab the spring offset. You got it.
How much?
Go. Other way.
770.
Other way. Again. Good.
Now we're 8 pounds heavy on the right front.
Start there.
Okay.
Yeah, we were 194 on that left front. So just pull some weight off of it. Just see if we can
Help
save that tire. Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna call this 2G. Yeah.
Yeah, sounds good.
Yeah. Okay.
Did we miss F?
F was well.
No, F would have worked.
Nah.
Run it. Launch. All right, cold tires. Let's go.
Okay. Let's do this.
I wore my beach attire. I'm going to go to the lake.
I see that.
I'm going to Seepkins. I'll see you later.
I have a PBR and some cheese curds.
Absolutely.
What's that ice cream place there called?
Yeah. I can't remember my own name.
The one across the street from Siebkins? Is it
Yeah.
is it Gallagher's or am I thinking of something else?
Whoa,
Oh,
what the hell was that?
what was that?
That guy just turned left.
His steering wheel just unplugged itself.
Special shout out to Mike Raz for doing that to me. That was very nice.
So, Angelo, you were at a racetrack this weekend doing some Formula Ford stuff. You want to talk about where you were and what you were doing?
New Jersey Motorsports Park.
Cool.
Thunderbolt has just been repaved.
Did not know that. Cool.
Yeah, so they repaved it. They were supposed to take out and fix the octopus, the dreaded area that everybody hates, dislikes, whatever. But the cool thing is we showed up there. I had skipped, I had a family wedding, so I'd skipped pit race. Car was in good condition. Everything was fine. They go to New Jersey and wicked loose, snap loose. And the driver puts it off track, who has never been off track, quote unquote, you know what I mean? Hasn't turned a wheel wrong in a long time. Jumped in the pits, heard it on his voice, said, I don't know, this thing just gone. So went for a big change, didn't have the proper tools, removed the rear sway bar, was the easiest thing that I could do. Removed the bar, and like that. Driver says, I don't think that did it.
All right, well, I'm going to restart and try again.
Was that me confusing you? You okay?
No, it
was on its own?
It went loose on its own. Yeah. All right. I'll just have to calm that down myself.
All right.
Stay out of the way of these cars coming in.
One more. So wicked loose. Took the rear bar off, just to see big change. That's all I had in my toolbox, if we will. Yeah, I could have diddled with shocks and played with other things, but I just needed to know what was going on with the rear. Driver's report on the radio is it didn't feel any better, and I think we lost the front end now. But immediately I knew we were going in the wrong direction.
Huh.
So even a bad move tells you the right move. So we went back to the paddock area, took out the big springs, and we went up 100, 150 pounds front and rear. Threw the bar back on, and boom, instantly back to normal.
Great.
Then we started massaging shocks up, because we had good pavement, good grip, and then tickled the edges of that where we were bounding over the curbing in their bus stop or chicane. So then we backed that off on high speed, and we had a pretty good rocket. Had a car really good, really consistent for the race. So full send and enjoyed the race side by side, passing people, doing all the right things.
Nice.
Yeah, so it was a lot of good fun.
That's a bold place to do that prototype.
Banana grip.
Yeah. So did you guys find that after the repave there that there was more grip, less grip? How did it change the dynamic of driving
3
there?
seconds a lap faster, 10 miles an hour in turn 1.
Wow. Okay. Did they
Had to
change?
learn how to redrive.
Did they change any curbing or like geometry of the track, or just
No,
simply a repave?
no, just simply repave, which was funny because it picked up different subtleties where the paving machine was. Like
Uh-huh.
the joke was that they paved over the bumps and left some of the bumps in,
Ah.
and it created new bumps. So basically, it added a little bit different character in certain spots. Like
Oh,
turn 1 was 10 miles an hour fast, but as you cross towards the apex, there was a little bit of a seam in the pavement that could cause a chatter.
interesting.
Yeah.
Huh.
Down to the granulars, having fun.
Well, there's nothing you don't feel in a Formula Ford, so
Nah, I love it. Best ever.
yeah, they're great.
Best bang for the buck.
I got to get into one soon.
Could be coming soon. There's some. You know how you preemptively say there's some news coming?
Uh-huh.
There could be some news coming at Anze Suspension.
Interesting. I'm
Yeah,
excited to hear that one.
Yeah, working on it now. I'll keep you guys up to date.
Yeah, please do. Garrett, the next time if you ever get into a Formula Ford, you're gonna want to get in a sports car ever again.
All right, well then I'm looking forward to the day I spoil sports cars for myself.
It just does everything right.
Yeah,
Even here,
you're more connected than you ever are.
Yep, it's just an extension of you. All right, so just not going as fast with this temp here. How you feeling?
Car feels good, so I just wonder if the grip changed, which is a very real thing that could have happened.
By the way, good. Glad you brought it up. So we started off at New Jersey Motorsports Park. I'm gonna fib a little bit and say 80. Gorgeous day. Started working the setup. Next day, it climbed to 90, and we had to back off on some of the shocks and some of the aggressiveness, if you will, on how hard we can run the setup. So we were chasing the sunlight a little bit. So just
Interesting.
like everybody knows at Sebring, you wake up in the morning, go fast, and when the big ball of fire comes up, you start going slower.
Yep, and it just gets slower and slower and slower.
Yeah,
I mean,
till about 6 p.m.
so I think the car feels the same a little bit, maybe a little bit looser in some of the higher speed stuff,
Yeah, let's take a little wing in it.
which might be the driver here inducing that just from
Okay.
overestimating grip.
Okay.
But I think the car tendency wise feels the same otherwise. So
Yeah. Yeah, I couldn't pick up too much trend change. So obviously, if we want to, we can just drop a little bit of rear wing in it.
wow. All right, so we got to a 206.8 with an ideal of a 206.4, which is actually
Yeah.
just where we were in the previous session.
Yep.
We're 1.9 off an alien who's at a 204.8.
204.8. Yeah.
Well, again, that's still in outer space, but it's such a long place to be inside 2 seconds. And
Yep.
again, with a race fuel load right now, if we go to a really light fuel load, that'll probably take half a second,
Yeah, I'm looking at
closer to a second now.
206.3. So I'm looking at the delta of the next 4 or 5 cars. So we've got the next 3 or 4 in our group.
Yep.
The 205.6 might be a stretch for us, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, I
P3.
think we get to lower 206s and perhaps
Yeah.
race pace or even I think in qualifying we can tickle just into the high 205s realistically.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. Fresh tires and a light load of fuel. Yep. Okay. Yeah, I think we're in a good spot again. It's. I appreciate you looking at the delta and being honest that 2 seconds off of an alien is about where we keep falling.
Yep.
You and I are doing well, and we keep moving the bar and getting closer. But that alien stuff is tough to reach. Whew.
I mean, I would love to know. I would love to have a data set from an alien. I mean, in theory, we can get one on VRS if we really wanted to, but it's just
Nah, I'd rather do what we do now.
yeah,
It'd be nice if we had a 2 or 3 car team. Then we
yeah,
could
right.
pull data from each other.
Yep. Yeah, Frog Imperium. Whoa, you raced with a sim pit wall also. Yes, we do. We built our command center to as closely match a real timing stand on pit lane as possible. Yeah, there's no such thing as overkill here at the Chicane Club. So we've got a lot of
more computers, more
yeah
monitors, more computers.
yeah. We try to bring all of our real world experience into what we do here in the sim world, and treat it really ultimately like the same. I've got a lot of real world experience as an engineer, not much less as a driver, but that's why sim racing is so fun. So we try to treat it as real as our approach to everything we do here is let's start with what we know in the real world, and then I don't want to say work backwards because it would imply that sim racing is somehow behind real racing, but we just work towards what sim racing. We adapt it for sim racing.
We're just figuring out what works in here. It's
Yes,
just like a different track, you know.
it's just
what
different.
works at this
Yeah,
different track. That's all.
it's not more or less just different.
Yep, yep.
There's a
But,
lot of things you can do in sim racing that are much better than in real life. Like
Yep.
the one thing, Angela, you always point out is how nice it is as an engineer to just sit here
Oh
and
my God.
talk to me in real time and watch what I'm doing in real time. You never get that luxury in real life.
So if we go all the way back to the first video cameras being put into cars, we had a joke. You sure you want to do that? And they're like, what do you mean? I said, I'm going to see every mistake you ever made. So as a race engineer, overlapping video with data was fantastic when that era and that evolution came about. And still today, you'd have to come back, download the data, download the video,
I'm gonna
sit
box.
down, copy that.
While you're actually boxed, let's go ahead and move to the race lobby.
Yes, exactly.
Good. So yeah, so we would watch video, see what the driver's doing right and wrong. And now here in sim, there's times where I'm standing behind Greg and we're going corner by corner, what's going on with the chassis, what's going on with his hands, what's going on with the setup. Normally that takes 45 minutes before we even get a debrief.
I think
So
one of the
we
things
can
that,
rip through some changes real fast.
yeah, one of the things that I actually, again, I come heavily from the race engineering side of things, so I'm usually where you're sitting, Angelo, and involved in that discussion, not on the driver's seat. But one of the things I'm like, the
I
more
like
one of the things that I'm having to adapt to is that like, it's great that we're talking in real time, but like, I also have to be careful with myself that I'm not like giving you like a placebo answer or like making too quick of a decision on something. I need to take
What did I say?
I'm trying to
Any
temper my
test driver.
yeah.
You got ahead of yourself a couple of times, you know.
There's a
I
couple
said,
times
just,
I get ahead and early judge
yep,
something, so
yeah, yeah, yeah.
I'm just getting better at learning how to read the car and trying to. I want to do it quickly with you, but like not do one corner and then give you a whole assessment. And when it could have
Nah.
been totally my fault and just
Yep.
misdriving something. In real life, the driver would get at least 2-3 laps to make that assessment and like come up with what their
Yeah.
judgment is on it before they talk to an engineer. Whereas like I'm talking to you guys in real time, so
Yeah. No, I work really well with you. You know, you're doing fantastic. I mean, I can't believe what you can do in a sim rig, you know, driving wise consistently all across the countries that we've hit. I look at it and I go, damn drivers, phenomenal job. You know, I'm more comfortable but back behind the screens here
Mhm.
than in the driving seat.
Yeah. Well, I really loved doing all the engineering that I did from pit lane and from the transporter and from
Yeah.
wherever it was.
Yeah.
All those times, I got to say it's pretty cool to be the one in the driver's seat this time. I have
Yeah.
aspirations to be in a real race car. I love the engineering side of it, and I would love to do more of it in
Okay.
the future at some point. Obviously, we were very busy with what we do here in the sim world,
Yeah.
but there's a part of me that really wants to be a race car driver too. I know I'm never going to be a Verstappen or
No.
a factory guy. That is not my intent. I would just love to be a great non-pro driver. That
Yeah,
would be a
I
great
got to
thing
drive
for.
Formula 2000 2-liter for I would say half a season in regionals.
Mhm.
That was phenomenal. I mean,
Yeah.
just amazing fun. You
Mhm.
know, learning the craft, learning what you can do, what you can't do, not killing yourself or your friends. You know.
It gives you a unique perspective on it.
Yeah.
And I felt even long before I started the Chicane Club and Symmetric Labs, when I was engineering all the time, I had a very inexpensive rinky-dink sim setup. It was a Logitech G27 that I dragged out of the closet, and I had all the way back in college. I would do some sim prep everywhere we would go to a race weekend, just to like, hey, if I can understand this at least as a driver, kind of go through a small fraction of what the drivers are going through. Like, what does turn 5 actually feel like? What does the carousel feel like? Like, what is the driving dynamic of it? It always made me a better engineer. And now that I've been
Absolutely.
doing so much more sim stuff, I have, whenever I do go to the racetrack now to do some engineering or coaching work, it gives me a really good perspective.
Yeah, that's what I'm liking here. So
Mhm.
if people look at the sim as a tool for a driver, but the sim's also a tool for a race engineer.
Yeah.
I'm compounding the stuff that I've done, figuring out other subtleties that I didn't have time to test at a track,
Mhm.
exploring new boundaries in setup. So
Yep.
yeah, it can be used as a great tool just to learn race car engineering, racecraft on the setup side.
Yeah, for sure. Garrett, while we're just doing our final prep with everything, can you go in and check the number of race laps in some of the previous sessions today in GT3?
Are you in
Please.
the? Did you change sessions or are
I
you?
I am in the race lobby. Yes.
Alright, perfect. I'll hop on over then.
Yeah.
Sorry, I had to step away for a second.
That's okay. We also need to get our fuel calcs figured out. Frog Imperium, can you do a stream where you all role play a real race car team?
Ooh.
I think we're doing that right now. We're trying our best. That's what we try to do with everything. Short of me putting a helmet on. I mean, I can do that. There's a helmet sitting behind me, and I do have a plug for it to plug it into the sim so we can chat with it. There's even some racing suits that may be involved here shortly. Uh-huh. Okay. All right. Good to know. That's fine. I'm keeping my eye on that up there.
All right, Nelson Molina with his emojis. Yeah, got it, 100%.
I want to just get a quick fuel calc number because I didn't get a chance to look at that last lap. Driver swap. I mean, it's not out of the question.
Wait a minute,
We've
did
done
you
it
do
before.
driver swap the other day?
What's that?
Did you do the driver swap the other day with one of your members?
Yeah. Well,
Uh-huh. There are,
so here at the Chicane Club, we've got a pair of these loaded CXC Motion Pro 2 sims side by side with each other. The other sim is just on the other side of my right TV screen right now. So when we've done endurance races here before, unfortunately, the driver swaps don't involve like physically getting out of the sim and changing who's in the seat. We just iRacing swap into the other. One guy loads out of the car and the other one clicks in. So it would be a lot more exciting to like physically do a real driver swap, but I get the vibe that not many other endurance sim racing teams are actually all in the same physical location. So, I don't know if that's a fair competition, but we know how to set that up too. The amount of time I've spent just simply engineering driver swaps in endurance races is pretty crazy. So, like, I don't know if you guys can see them on the angle. I don't know if you can see on here, but on my seat belts here, we have the surgical tubing bands. So when you release the belt, the belts all snap out of the way and go to a normal position, and then you can grab them right away. So you're not fumbling to grab a belt every single time.
apparently a lot of guys are going off to the right there and widening up the track.
Okay, I will try that
Saw
again.
that a couple of times, I call it two wheels off, but they're putting two wheels, finding that other pavement in a few spots. Turn 5 was one of them it's paired to be.
It's definitely worth trying. I don't know how
Yeah,
much it's going to yield
I
because
don't
it's not
know.
a huge run to the next corner,
I know.
and I don't want to sacrifice braking ability over the curving. But you know,
I'm looking at guys run away from you, that's all.
I will
How they doing
definitely
it?
exactly. I'll try to get next lap and see what it looks like here.
Okay, what's your fuel consumption looking like per
I
lap?
will tell you at the end of this lap.
Copy that. Thank you.
Did you get a read on how many laps the race is going to be? Something like
22.
that's what I figured. Feels like slightly higher grip here than the session I was just in. Although the track temp is just as high, so
Yeah, same here.
that was a good lap.
But it's not complete yet.
I don't know if it's going to be a good time.
And good lap.
2:07.5. All right, so not as fast as I thought it was.
Yeah, that's weird.
3.83 liters. You want to figure 3.85, Garrett? I wonder if iRacing takes into account the expansion of fuel at different temperatures into their calculations, because we do in real life.
I hate it.
It's not that much of a change, but it's enough that
I hate
any
it.
good engineer should be calculating it.
No, stupid. It's too much. Too much, too much.
I mean, it worked fine out there that time. I don't know. Did I pick that much up from it?
Hard to say, but we're still up, so.
Yeah, sure.
You want to laugh, it actually looked smoother.
Mm-hmm. It's prototypes on my way.
No, hit him. Hit him. Come
I
on,
should
squeeze it.
show
Squeeze it.
them what it's like to
Squeeze
get
it.
rear-ended.
Squeeze it.
I've been rear-ended by a prototype enough.
Frog Imperium says this is such a cool stream concept. Thank you.
Oh, cool. Thank you so much. We do these every Wednesday at 8 o'clock Eastern time. Just getting started. We only started we did season 2, and now we're into season 3. We're going to try to keep doing these every week moving forward, plus a couple spin-off ones, and just more of this in this format with, cooler stuff as we go. But just getting started. All right, so I easily gave up 3/4 because of that prototype, so I think we're into the 206s pretty safely now, which is kind of where we were.
Come on.
Yeah, fuel consumption.
Yeah, working on it. What do you got?
Average was across those two is the 3.82. So if you want to call it 3.85, we have a little bit of safety margin there. I would like to do some quality runs with the little bit of time we have left.
Overslown in one. Haha.
Okay. Yeah, that one I felt a little slow.
Frog Imperium, so we usually use mute buttons, but I personally like to have a push talk button on my keyboard, just active whenever I want. So that way it's just like a real race radio where I can just press it and talk.
Yeah. I know Angela would second that.
They gave me nothing.
Angela and I are used to having to reach up and press a button on the headset to be able to talk to each other. So it's been learning backwards from having a mute button that is the exact opposite of a push to talk button. So, all right, let's get our fuel load for quali. We only have 7 minutes.
What are we thinking on fuel? What can you get for laps?
We're at 3.8. Yeah, 3 liters per lap. So for qualifying, I always run with half a lap plus extra because, it's not going to, 6 ounces of weight is not going to, or even a pound of weight is not going to make enough difference not good enough for that to matter yet. So I'm just going to literally run the same setup and just call it a quali setup with just less weight. So.
Copy that.
And in theory, you do, especially with how I like to drive the out laps, I do burn a little bit more on the out lap with just the excessive throttle and brake. So it's nice to have a little bit extra.
I go for a lot of bit extra.
Yeah, a lot of bit extra. It's not worth it. When you really have the gun to your head in a racing situation, it really does matter. And you're going for the last pit stop, the Daytona 24, and you're
your tires in pit lane.
Yeah, I'm gonna drive this like we do quality here. I got some traffic coming. No, we're okay. Yeah, so what we do here at the Chicane Club, for those of you who are joining us here for the first time, We're South Florida's elite sim racing social club. And when I say club, I mean like an in-person physical club that you actually physically travel to. So we've got a pair of these fully loaded CXC Motion Pro 2 sims, fully loaded plus a bunch of cool special custom options. Let that prototype go. Then we've got the link together. We've got 3 beautiful triple 77-inch screens running 2K at 120 frames. Look absolutely amazing all the time here. I've got 2-degree freedom of motion on my seat, so I'm feeling every bump, curb, wheel lockup, gear shift, pavement change, you name it, I can really feel it. Obviously, there's no, I'll be the first to tell you that you can't feel everything that goes on in a real car. It's not possible to simulate real sustained cornering loads or braking loads. Not even Formula One sims can do that. But a lot of the work that we've done to tune how this system feels is such that everything we can simulate correctly, we've added to the modeling and the experience in the sim, and anything we can't simulate, we filtered out. So this is a good bit beyond what you can do with just a butt kicker, without the arcadey feel of some of the more the other motion systems that are out there. Wow, prototype almost took me out.
That was close.
Yeah. We do also have 4 butt kickers for like the actual tactile haptic sensations on a lot of stuff as well. So the experience in here is pretty good. Now, a lot of people say they don't really care for motion and it doesn't really actually make them any faster. Well, if you turn the motion off, if I turn the motion off and try to drive, I'm 2 seconds off and it takes me, I'll never get back to my normal pace. I am so finely tuned with how this feels and how it communicates to me what's going on, that I'm slow without it. So make of that what you will. Yeah, we have the 2 sims linked together so we can do local Assetto Corsa sessions. Obviously, we can do iRacing as well. And then we've got a really cool lounge area where you can kind of come hang out, watch the racing either in the sim or watch a Formula One race, hang out with a good time for either a private event. We've got a number of members-only social events that we do all the time. For instance, this Sunday, we're going to actually watch the IMSA race at Road America while we have all of our members here driving in the sim in the GT3, LMP2, and GTP cars, all on Assetto Corsa with our proprietary car and track content. So some of the car and track models we have are a little bit better than what iRacing even has. So, and then Garrett and Angela are sitting at a command center where I think it's actually been on one of the centerpieces of the place that was totally unintentional. It was just, we really built the command center for us to be able to run the operation and kind of, run races and everything. But everyone wants to hang out at the command center more than they even want to hang out by the sims at any point in time. So funny how that works.
Yeah, it's I think more social.
Yeah. Never thought a timing sim would become a social gathering point.
It's like
All
a
right.
nice Italian kitchen.
Yeah.
Car inside.
So my first lap here on colder tires is as fast as my race load was on hot tires. And I blow Canada corner. All right, next one should be quick.
181.
Copy.
Yes, fucking period. We have triple 77-inch screens at 2K running 120 hertz.
Yeah. Unfortunately, you guys on YouTube, they only support 60 frames per second, so you're not even able to see what I'm seeing right now. Sorry about that. YouTube's got to get their stuff together. And this Ferrari's going to get in my way for my quality lap.
Yep. Dive him. Pass. Take your time. Take your time. Take your time. Got
and
it.
He's
Clear,
going to
clear.
drive off the track.
Focus in front.
And he takes the prototype out.
Oh, did he?
Nice.
That's, all right, let's
What a
try to be
disaster.
smooth. Let's see if we can drop some time here. We still got half a track to go.
Yep. 204.8 by an alien right now.
Brake zone. Let's go. 2-3.
Copy. Really? Okay. I don't know if that wide line's any better. It compromises the car's braking ability, and then I've got a further distance to go. I don't know if I care for that very much.
Yep. Copy that. Agreed. I like the real stuff.
Me too. Over slowed again.
All right, let's slow your hands down.
Mr. Moore Podium says, "Good luck, have fun."
What's up, TJ? How's it going, dude?
Where are you?
That's our race
What
session
state?
starting.
What state of confusion are you in?
Hopefully they're most of
Heading
the way
cross
to
country?
Wyoming. I think
Yeah,
so.
Wyoming.
Or already there. I'm not sure where they are on their trip right now.
All right. We're in a good gaggle though. Again, you know that 7 to 10 spot. 2065, 2066, 2069, 2069. So we've got some racing to do.
Yeah, for sure. This will be a good one. Unfortunately, it should be a relatively good place to actually race at and hopefully have opportunities with the draft braking. And I think we're really fast in a straight line, and I think we're pretty good on the brakes. So that should make us pretty racy and defensive and everything. Kind of what happened to Daytona, though, the thing I'm afraid of with tracks that are racy is that everyone's going to be really close and anything can go wrong and can go sideways very quickly. So we're going to try to be a little bit more conservative. Well, there's only so much I can do. If it happens around me and I'm not involved with it, then I'm just collected like we were at Brazil at Interlagos a couple weeks ago. But such is iRacing. So let's see what we could do.
Breathe deep.
Yes, these are OLED LG. This is their top of the line TV right now for this size. Pretty awesome.
Insane.
Yeah. OLED or QLED, I forget what they are.
They keep changing the dash.
I believe they're OLED.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're the highest performance TV you can get at this size. That was the requirement.
You guys went overboard, I'll tell you that.
No such thing.
Love it.
Yeah. Thanks, Nelson. All right. All right, so with the 50 seconds I got here, let's see where our pit stall is. Whoa, let's look at the weather forecast.
No rain, thank God.
Okay, all right. A 3% chance didn't come back to bite us.
It's gonna be cloudy.
See where our pit stall is if this doesn't change. All right, we're
basically at the back. We're like 2 right for the back.
Yeah, we're right across from start-finish line.
Copy that.
Fortunately, there's still a long pit entry chute here, so it shouldn't really affect us. It's not like the first stall is immediately across the line, so. Yeah, I don't think we're in the top split. I'm seeing everyone in the 2000s, so that might mean we can do pretty well here. So let's see what we can do.
All right, what do you got on top split?
Yeah, I'm seeing everyone in the 2000s here, so I think this is going to be a pretty evenly matched split. There shouldn't be. I don't see aliens in this one.
All right.
I'm actually listed as the topped iRating driver, which I don't love.
What?
It means that everyone's the expectations of me to do something.
I'm confused. I don't know about the rest of the world.
At least you are in GT3 and GT or in GTP and B2. There are some higher ranks, but not by much. So you're pretty high up there.
Yeah, I know this. I think this is a pretty popular choice. Yeah, strength of field, Frog Imperium, GTP average is 2184, LMP2 is 2180, and GT3 is 1926. Mine's mid 21s right now, so the way it's ranked, it looks like I'm top of the list, but I think it's all in the low 2000s, high teens. Thank you, long A10 brr. Gee, I wonder what that means. Thanks, dude.
A10 Warthog?
I know exactly what that is. I know exactly what he's referring to.
Yeah. One of the best planes in the world.
Oh, that sound too. What's the saying they said about that? They didn't set out to build an airplane. They set out to build a gun that flies rather than building an airplane with a gun on it.
They got it. They got it right.
Yeah.
I love the fact that it's still built by the guys who build our refrigerators and washing machines.
Yeah, right?
Love it.
Do you guys like VR? I think VR is really cool. We do have Valve indexes here. I got to be totally honest. We try them with people from time to time. When you have screens that look as good as they do here, it's very easy to overlook the VR with kind of the challenges that come with operating it all the time. I mean, you got to do a lot of fine tuning for some of the sessions, and we're using it with a bunch of different drivers all the time. I think it's really cool. It's super immersive to be able to put on, but even with the end deck setup with a really good PC, we get the eye strain and frame rate is just not what we can get with these screens. So, in my opinion, I still think screens are the choice.
What do you guys get out of VR screen rate?
What's that?
We can get about 120. It's just trying to get having to go back and change the settings usually between a set
Yeah,
of
there-
especially we
Got
need to
it.
go when we switch clients out. Then, of course, then we need to adjust all the settings, and that just
Yeah.
is very time consuming.
Yeah,
And
it's
then
just
you
a lot
also
of
need to
extra
dial
work.
everything in to make sure there's no frame drops to cause people to get sick or anything.
Yeah,
I
Yep.
personally do all my sim racing at home with VR. And I love it to death, but
Yeah.
just having to make all the changes all the time
Yeah,
is just
it's your Reg
bit too
U
much.
home. Copy that.
all right, let's get ready for quality lap here.
Alrighty.
all right. Let's set a fire.
147.
Make us proud, Greg.
Yep, let's see what we can do.
Smooth hands, eyes up, look deep.
All right, that was a good exit. Let's do this.
One 150 still cold.
Copy. Yep, definitely still cold. Pretty solid first lap on cold tires with a little room to spare.
177.
Copy. Cool.
Target 92 miles an hour, turn 1.
Copy.
That was nice, 94, 95.
Got the off track though. It's not going to count.
Did it, bastards.
That would count in real life.
I know. I
Man.
know.
I mean, I'll do the lap anyway, but
Yeah. Good run.
I was committed.
You were committed mentally. I don't think so. Turn in was just a little bit earlier, turn 1 last time.
Copy. I did give up in a little of the 3 just thinking about turn 1 this time too, but
Stop thinking. Look forward.
I know it's not going to
Look
count.
forward.
So
Look forward. Look forward.
I know. As soon as we got the off track, I'm like, it doesn't count anyway. But let's see what we can do.
Baby.
Yeah.
Don't pout about it. Just pick it right back up. That's the big thing is mental recovery. You know, especially in real racing, an oops or a mistake. You know, not dwelling on it and getting right back on the horse and trying to put those
Yeah.
laps together.
That's a really serious thing that you're talking about. That's a very important thing. I screwed up 14 too. All right, I probably had
You and I
another
were talking.
2-3 tenths on that, so I
Yeah,
would have been a little closer to the front end if I kept it together.
Yeah, listen, it's
I'll take it though.
part of the fun that you and I enjoy. You know.
Let's see where everyone else gets their second laps in here. So
Yep, I know. Take a breath. Not bad though. Car looked pretty good. You look
Cool.
pretty stable.
I mean, I'll take it. 206.9. I think it would have been
Yeah.
the mid 206s, so it would have been
Yeah.
right first
Yep.
row maybe,
Maybe.
which would have been nice. But you know, I am infallible.
And that's what we were talking about. You know, the pro drivers. They are amazing. You know.
I am not a pro. I'm fast. I'm good. I try really
Yeah.
hard, but
Yeah.
fortunately, I don't make a living off of doing this. Specific.
Yeah.
Well,
Well,
not as a
rare.
driver.
Not as a driver.
Are you guys drinking anything fun back there last night? Considering that I can't.
No, we're just talking right now. The race hasn't started yet. We'll see how it sets our mood and our tone.
What's that? There's not much we can do about that right now. Sorry, you guys don't have. I think we're discovering that you guys don't have game audio tonight, so I'm not sure what the deal with that is. We tested it earlier today and it was working fine. So who knows what's weirdness is going on? Sorry about that. Do you make your own iRacing setups? Yes, we absolutely do. We started a while ago with some of the iRacing default setups, and then Angela and I have worked together to dial in our own stuff. We find that it's really
You got 2 race engineers here. We can't not touch something.
We can't not. I mean, in theory, we can just go get a VRS setup, but we don't know what we have, and it may not be best for me getting fast in qualifying or in the distance of a race. I know the VRS is very good at what they do. I'm not knocking it, but I think it's more educational for us. And I think for me, in terms of turning laps here, I'd rather have understood how we got to the setup that we got to it. Even if we're not ultimately the fastest, I think it makes me a better driver that way, understanding how to build the setup. So
Copy that. 100%.
Well, we want to. I know you guys have asked a couple times about us sharing our setups. We'll find a medium to do that. That's really convenient and easy for everyone. If you guys want to drive the setup that I have, we'll find a way to do that. That works for everyone. So,
yeah, I've got a couple of requests. Nelson and a few others at the track asked about working on setups. So both real drivers and sim drivers, you know, all of us collaborating on different things. So they really enjoy what you and I were doing here, and they're tuning in right behind us, and they're like, "No, we want to know more. We want to know more." On due time.
Yeah. What I have to, what is really cool that I think iRacing has finally got to the point of the last, I'd say, year or two, is that the physics on the cars and the way that they've built the setup adjustment models, really does behave the way that the real cars do. I don't know that it would copy and paste a setup from iRacing to the real car and then, hey, this is going to work. I don't think it's that simple. The limitation is simply just the consequences or the assumptions that iRacing is making that makes this a sim and nice to drive in a sim versus what we have to deal with in real life with all the dynamics and changing tire models.
Yeah, in the very beginning of iRacing and sim racing, I stayed well away from it. I didn't want to know nothing about it because of those factors. I'm like, this is junk. You can't drive, 4 wheels off in the grass, come back on, and not do this, not do that, and then setup wise, it was totally screwy.
The
So
big area that iRacing doesn't touch, and it's because it's what makes a sim fun to drive, is that in real life we have to take care of our tires a lot more, not just in terms of deg, but in not having a failure. Like the setup you're able to run at like Daytona, for instance, in iRacing
Yeah.
versus what you do in real life are so different because a lot of what you do with the setup at like Daytona, for example, with the banking, the high G-force load, the vertical load on the tire, it's all about making that tire survive an entire
Yeah.
stint length.
yeah,
We don't
sustained
have
Gs.
tire failures in iRacing, so like we can run really low pressure and different cambers and everything like that.
We
So
should introduce the mechanicals. Oh, got a misfire.
I
You're out.
think it would be cool. It would take away the fun when you have an engine failure and you're like, well, that's BS.
People would cry.
Yeah.
People would cry.
People would, I mean, it would definitely suck. So it's
Yeah.
like the stuff that makes iRacing great is ultimately the difference between how you build a setup and go fast in real life versus what you do in the sim. So it's the fun stuff that they're not including, or the unfun stuff that's not including. I'll put it
There
that
you
way.
go. The unfun stuff, the unforeseens.
Yeah.
Hey, we got a misfire. Hey,
Yeah.
battery just died.
Yeah. VRS is hit or miss. Yeah, it's just down to which alien that week made the setup, and maybe an alien can turn an ultimate fast lap and take
I
pole.
didn't
And
know that VRS was hit or miss. You know, again, I'm learning about this whole realm that's in front of us.
Mhm.
My life has been spent too much at the track. You know, I forgot about the interior of the world. So yeah, so looking at it, and I'm like, hit or miss. But you know, you hear so many guys talking about it. You hear so many guys purchasing things. You know, like how can you sell something and be hit or miss? Like, are we missing something, or
no,
is there
it's
a loophole?
subjective.
Yeah.
Because I'm sure whatever setup they give you, someone somewhere can turn a crazy fast lap on it. So therefore, if an alien can do it, then it's good enough for us
Well,
to sell and make money
yeah,
off
Max
of.
Verstappen has it set up and he can drive it, then everyone else can drive it. So everyone thinks,
Yeah.
but
So
then you get your Sergio Perez and you can't actually turn the lap properly.
let's go back
Yeah,
to 2 and 3 car teams.
yeah,
There's two drivers that have two totally opposite setups, but go just as fast.
yeah. Just before we get started here, do we have our fuel calc stuff sorted out?
He was on a pen and paper writing some field calcs down. I don't know what he had.
So we want right side, or I'm sorry, left side tires only, and
You can take right, I'll take left.
and you guys, if you just want to do the map for 22 laps plus our one pace lap here, so
Already
23
done.
lap distance. Okay. You have that punched in here? Because I'm not seeing it.
No.
Okay, cool. Sorry, I'm OCD about that stuff.
You drives the car, we fix the car.
Would be great season-long mechanic to have to manage a budget for wear and tear. Yeah, that'd be funny if you had a budget to worry about in iRacing.
Oh, if you just introduce the whole reality on something, it would just collapse people.
It would not be fun. It would
No.
take away the fun of what this is.
Exactly.
So we're going green here any second.
Yep, get ready.
Pace
Well,
car's
it could have
about
its
to
own
pull away.
series, the high realism series. That'd be cool. Just keep everything else.
Wow, they went quite early. Okay,
Yep,
all right.
that's all right.
The leader just ran away with it really early. Okay, all good.
I will say I'm surprised there's no AMGs out here.
I thought AMGs were freaking rockets down the straightaway.
I'm gonna make this guy think I'm gonna do it, but I'm not gonna do it.
Everybody looks pretty evenly spaced out behind you.
Copy. All right, let me focus forward here.
Please do. Yep, still got room.
Whoa.
And one inside.
Yep.
One inside.
I
What's
was
that?
looking at the prototype ahead.
We know. Full tires, 135.
We're fast. I'm pulling on this Mustang after he got the run on me.
You got brakes too. Might be 2 for 1. Be careful. Spot in.
Copy.
Still cold tires.
Yep. We're fast on this Mustang, so I'm not too concerned right now.
Copy that. I think I'm seeing that too. Just be patient. Remember,
And Ferrari behind is slow in a straight line, so I'm also not concerned.
good ice. He's close, but no danger.
Yep.
Focus on your line. Don't get lost. 161, still cold.
Copy. Third gear, Greg. Third gear.
You did it. At least you remembered. Good, good, good.
I'll get it next time.
Yep.
Oh,
copy
was
that.
you?
Playing a little safe in the high speed stuff also because I don't want to make an aero wash error.
I was looking at the same thing. I'm fine with that.
I'm not really feeling anything if I'm being totally
No,
honest,
I know.
but
B2 on the outside or inside?
I see him.
Ooh. Perfect, 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 perfect.
Not a place to do it.
No,
Mustang's scary now. Scared now.
Yeah, be careful. Who's gonna make a mistake?
Yep.
Don't want to get collected.
182 full temp. Brake zone's all yours.
Copy. Some time to breathe before prototypes get us. Nice big track.
I know. We got time.
Remember, third gear up here.
Yep, thank you. Mustang's making mistakes.
Okay. See how he is on the brakes.
I had a little bit of a frame drop, so I misplaced
All
a
of
little
us.
bit.
That was a little bit of everything.
I did not mean to hit him.
Sorry about that.
Sorry about that, Bradley. It's not
Yeah.
intentional. All right. Clean air.
All right, I need clean laps, smooth hands, smooth feet.
Got it. Try to check out from these guys behind them, let them do their own thing.
That's what we're talking about, Garrett and I. Automatic laps, nice, perfect.
Got it. Ferrari behind has more aero. You can't get a run at all anywhere.
No, I didn't seem to get a run, but he gets close, so don't get nervous.
Yeah.
Remember third gear.
Yep, I got it.
Third gear all the time. When in doubt, third gear.
You got no power up there.
I know. I have enough power. The problem is putting the power to the ground.
Clean and straight on the brakes, all yours. They're pretty close, these guys. They're driving pretty good behind you.
Whoa, big frame drop.
Oh, we got audio drop, frame drop, we got everything.
Only doing it with traffic.
Yeah.
All good.
Let's remember, drive full track, don't drive narrow.
Yep.
Keep rolling third through here.
Thank you. We're actually reeling these guys in up ahead.
Yeah, Garrett and I were looking for them. We were hoping you would turn some good laps. Just head down, keep going.
Yep.
Let's go a little bit deeper in Canada.
Copy.
Open your arc, 14. Nice. There it comes. Let's go.
Frog and Karen, yes, I do. I know that there's some issues with frame drops that we occasionally have with Race Labs, but we've been stuck on a stable version, and we've tried turning it off, and we don't really get any better results with some of the frame drops we're having lately. So I don't know if that's why you're asking, but yes, I'm seeing everything you guys see on my center screen. Realize I'm driving a little narrow still. Stop doing that, Greg.
Traffic is coming.
Copy.
Right on top of us, 1 second out.
Copy.
To them, second out.
See him.
One more. You're clear. One car, second back, GTP.
Copy. Don't you dare buzz my track out. Thank you.
One more GTP, second back.
Copy. Oh, Porsche's off up here.
Clear.
Copy.
Another one in the second back, or two actually. Three. You got three or four more. Yep, four more.
Split.
See him coming. See him. Whole
Okay.
lot of them coming.
Yeah, it's a whole gaggle of them.
Two more. Slot in. They got a little tap.
Holy crap.
Good eyes up.
Saw that.
Third gear here.
Copy. Thank you. All right, I've got to run on this Porsche.
And nets and brakes. Stay still there. P car behind.
One more behind you.
A lot of traffic.
See him. Oh boy. Oh boy.
Split it.
Hello.
You're good. Still on your outside. Still on your outside.
Got it.
Clear. Go. Come on.
Yeah. Copy.
Go clear P cars. We got a break.
Whew.
That was a good traffic lap, folks.
Trying to capitalize on traffic.
Everything played out pretty good, but I think Garrett was a little nervous here. All right, so I was nervous.
Me too.
Love it.
I saw that GTP go sideways into traffic. I was like, oh god, please not us, please not us. We don't
Yeah.
feel an instant.
I was just looking for timing. Can I actually turn in or do I have to stay wide?
How's the car feel?
Great. Honestly, it feels pretty good.
204 left front.
All right.
Hey, we never did find the upper limit of the tire temp model.
I know it doesn't like being in the 200s.
Okay. You know, some tires can handle a 200, 210. 220,
P2
it's
second
gone.
out.
It's not a fall off. I just
Yeah.
think it's peak. It's really good in the 180s. I
Copy
see that a P,
Inside
P2.
P2.
Yep, see him.
Inside. Clear.
Are we inside our fuel window yet? I've currently got 22.8 liters on board.
Oh, one second.
I don't know how much you have set to add.
We have 37 liters at the add.
Okay, then not yet.
Yeah, no, yeah, I was gonna say, let's get a few more laps. Got a P car second back, or two of them actually, second back.
Copy. Hello, Greg. Stop it.
Three cars.
They're going to want the outside line here.
Copy that.
First one's by. You got three more. Two more.
Copy.
Very aggressive here.
Thank you for waiting after the kink. Really appreciate
Thank
that.
you, Lord.
That was awesome.
Thank you,
Who's driving
David.
that
That
car?
was very kind and
Very
appreciated.
respectful driver.
Yes.
One more.
This is the last one. You get one more, about a second back. Two of them second back actually.
Copy.
That was a good race. But you go through the kink and not worry.
On top of us, 2 cars.
See him.
First one's by. One more. And we're
Give me
clear.
that draft. Give me that draft.
And breathe. Full breath.
Third gear. You know what I can get away with, Angelo,
Got
here
a
that you
GTP on top of you.
copy. You know what I can get away with here that you
What?
cannot get away with in real life? If I go down a second, I can just click it right back up in a third. A real transmission would be like, nope, not happening.
Not today.
Not today. You're braking and you want to upshift? I don't think so.
That's all right. Cannot compute.
Denied.
Does not compute.
Yeah. Same thing. It's trying to downshift on power in a race car.
I need you to focus
Nope.
in front.
Your
and
street
be
car with an
smooth.
automatic transmission might do it, but not a sequential box.
Focus in front. Be smooth.
Copy.
Car coming.
GTP on top of you.
I see him. All right, so at 15 liters remaining, we should be able to take fuel, which should be next lap.
Yep.
Leader, turn 5.
Copy. The rears are starting to go a little bit.
I thought I saw that. Well, we're running around at the 195s. Still on 204 on the left front.
I'm really only feeling the rears on power down exits. I'm not really feeling it anywhere else, but I'll definitely be more diligent in high speed stuff like we saw earlier today.
Yeah. All right, long stint, so the tires are backing up a little bit. Let's
Yep.
just be smooth.
Remember, third gear.
Copy.
P2 approaching. Just one.
Got it. Such a good draft off the P2s.
P2 incoming.
Dude, that's not how you pass there. See, that's how you don't do that.
Yeah, it's just
Not
time
appreciated.
to...
I know
come
you're
on
in a
now.
hurry, but if you want to live,
All right.
just say it. I'm heads up enough about that type of stuff.
You bring a different game.
Yeah.
Thank you.
P2 approaching. 1 second out.
Copy. I think we're inside our fuel window here, fellas.
Yeah, we're
Box,
monitoring.
box.
We're
Want a box?
monitoring
We can box now.
P1
Get
and
to
P2.
the left side tires and fuel.
I disagree
Missed it.
with that call. I think we should wait until the prototypes are closer. We've
Yeah,
got a couple more laps.
They're turn 12 right now.
Okay.
I don't think about a couple. It's going to fall close on the 2.
Yeah, we have a 3-lap window right now to do that. I think next lap would be probably a bit closer to a good call.
Copy that.
Just sorry.
That's all right. We're allowed feedback.
If it's all being equal, we should just try to avoid prototype traffic.
Leclerc, making your own decisions here. Okay, Ferrari. We know how it
What do you
goes.
think we got, Ferrari?
Well, you don't know what the difference is?
What?
I have all the information in front of me, and I know how to read all of it.
I
So
know.
sorry, I do
I
have
know.
all the information,
It's amazing though.
and I literally am a strategist.
Porsche
So
cars, danger close.
I see them.
Yeah, they know where everybody's at. So it's
They
it's
still
pretty
have,
amazing when the F1 guys start calling their own game.
yeah. The drivers do have a very useful input onto strategy calls with all that stuff.
P2 right on top of you.
I see him, and he did the smart thing there.
Leader carousel.
Copy. Yeah, I think we should
Yep.
box this lap.
Yep.
Box.
Box. Yeah. Yep. Box.
Copy. Final corner.
Watch your speed.
Got it.
Oh shit. There's gonna
Oh,
be
we're all coming in. This is
there's
gonna be fun. We're
big
gonna find out
crowd.
who got their fuel numbers right.
All right. Everybody's in. Little lag issues here and there.
Yeah. Come on, beat the Porsche.
You beat the Porsche, you beat the Ferrari.
Ferrari beat the Porsche too.
Yep. It's drag race between them.
Whew.
Nice job, guys. Nice
We're
job.
coming out right ahead of LMP2 traffic, which is fine. We'll be up to
Yep.
speed before they catch us. Awesome.
One outside. Danger.
I see him.
Danger.
He hasn't pitted yet, but
I
I
know.
don't need to yield anything to him.
Nope. Ferrari's close.
Leaving him room.
I know. Cold tire still. Brake zone is not as efficient.
Yep.
Still cold tires. Nice driving. Nice and smooth. 132.
Copy. Prototype field coming through.
P cars on top of you. P2 on a GTP.
Copy. What is that guy doing?
Making a mess out of things. Jesus Christ, here they go. All clear. Come on. Good job.
I got another P car behind this one.
I see him.
Another one.
One more GTP.
Good driving, Tex.
All right, it's a race to the end here.
Got more GTPR P2 on you, leader.
Copy.
Inside. Third gear here. Good work.
Good racing so far, Gerardo. It's been fair. You're quick.
Good stuff, folks. Good stuff.
Yeah. Gerardo's in the Ferrari behind me right now.
Hey, Race him any day. Got a little loose on one of the corners back there.
P cars coming inside. 2 GTPs.
I see him. They ain't there yet.
Still yours, still yours, still yours. Here they come. 2. Danger. Clear.
GTP and P2 approaching.
Copy.
Second out. On top of you now.
What do you want, dude?
He's lapped too. I don't know what the hell he's thinking.
Be careful, be careful. Shit show coming, shit show coming.
Yeah,
Oh,
I
my
see it
God.
all. I see it all.
2 more, 2 more, 2 more. Give him room.
Inside Corvette.
Are we racing the Corvette?
Yes.
Copy. Good.
2 more GTPs.
They can race each other now.
Deep breath.
We're good.
Nice job, kiddo. Nice job.
16 minutes to go.
2 coming. Inside.
Remember 3rd gear here.
Copy.
Pretty decent gap from behind. No super pressure. Looking good. Let's see if we can stretch him just a little bit.
Yeah, I want to make the Corvette behind his issue, not me where I am right now. Currently,
Well, yeah, he's got
P3.
Gerardo to deal with, so.
Yeah. Whew. You're good. Let's keep it up.
You're looking good. Nice and smooth.
Copy.
Smooth hands, smooth feet, eyes up.
Corvette got by Gerardo over a second
Yeah,
back.
didn't want you to see that, but yep, he's coming. Little danger coming.
Gerardo's right on top of them. They're gonna keep on racing each other. Don't worry.
Yeah.
They'll go through the tires quickly. Just focus on keeping a good pace. 3rd gear through here.
Yep.
Nice. Yeah, they're getting loose back there. They're getting all antsy.
Yeah, they're going to overheat their tires. And
Yep, all we can do is just play good pace and keep it
Yeah.
safe.
no traffic for a little bit here.
Yep, you're clean. I'll let you know when you got traffic coming. The P2 leader is about on top of us.
Copy. Thank you for waiting.
GTP approaching.
Copy.
He's lapped. I think this is the guy who's been a bit reckless.
Got it.
Yeah, that's him. Be careful, he's went off track.
Copy. Two is 10 seconds up the road. I think with all that traffic and drama, we lost a little bit of ground on them.
Yeah, we lost a little bit.
All good. Ooh, cloud cover.
Yeah.
You guys see that? Track temps coming down.
No rain though. It's good news. Got a P2 on top of you, third gear.
Well, maybe track will tighten up. Maybe we'll get a little grip.
Yeah, it's feeling quick.
You're clear.
Draft is worth a tenth.
Another P2, or yeah, another P2. About right on top of you now.
Copy. See him.
Gerardo got his spot back.
He's pushing pretty
Yeah,
hard.
I see that.
Good job, Gerardo. He's closing the gap on you. Oops.
Yep.
He doesn't have our pace. Just keep on doing what you're doing. That Corvette just went off.
Copy.
Oh, he did bad off.
All
Yeah, no more competition for us.
right, let's see what we got up front.
You got a
If the-
P2 approaching.
Let's see if the
We
Lamborghini
still
can
got
make
Gerardo.
mistakes.
Still got the Ferrari behind.
He's about a second back. Don't worry about him. Just keep our pace. Keep on doing what you've been doing, and you'll be fine. He's got no more tire left. Beautiful.
Just inside 10 minutes. We should be looking
Oh,
pretty
you're watching,
safe.
huh?
Yeah, looking safe on fuel too.
You nervous?
Yeah, if you're safe, don't worry about time, don't about fuel.
I'm
We
fine.
got you covered.
Okay.
Remember,
No
third gear
mistakes.
through here.
P2 traffic. It's lap.
Yeah, P2's approaching.
Copy.
Just over a second out. Right on top of you, P2.
See him.
Another P2. Right on top of you.
See him. Damn.
All good.
Another P2. Another BT coming in.
Copy.
Good move getting that draft.
How's your brake zone feeling in 5?
It's
Third gear through here.
pretty stable.
Gerardo's close.
Yep.
Take it deep.
I got a really good exit there.
Saw that.
Whoa, he just straight up rear-ended me.
It's okay.
Come on, man.
It's all right. It's all right.
Car's okay.
He had a momentary lapse.
Yep.
You took him deep. He lost place where he was.
He was trying to beat me, and I went deeper than he was ready to. Prototype
Ah.
slow ahead.
Yeah, saw that puff of smoke. You know, they do that in go-karting. You use the other guy as your brakes. Well, Gerardo's going to keep us honest engine here.
That's fair. I mean,
Yeah,
I
he's
made
good
contact
racer.
with them there
We're
too,
good.
so
We're all
I'd
good.
call that equal now.
We're all good. Easy. Eyes up.
Yep.
We got a gap now. Let's breathe. Nice and wide.
Got a
Nice and
P2
smooth.
approaching.
Copy.
2 of them.
Inside. Danger. Inside. 2 coming.
Clear rough. Or clear right. 1 more coming in. And he's alongside. You're clear.
Third gear. Good launch. Nice and clean.
Third gear. Good run. GTP. 1 second out.
Copy.
Oh,
Yeah.
2 P2 cars.
Copy.
Clear 1. Second one going now.
Got it. Thank you for waiting, Mr. GTP.
I think he waited for you last time.
2 of them coming.
See him.
Clear 1. The second one's alongside.
Good job.
Oh god.
Ooh. Guess
Clear 2. We're all set. GTP 1 second out.
Copy.
Outside. GTP.
Whew, nice and clean, nice and clean.
Yeah.
Gerardo checked up, gave us a little breather. We got another car length.
3.5
Still
minutes.
tight, still tight. 2 laps to go.
Copy. We're safe on fuel.
P car's coming. Looking inside. 2.
2 of them.
Inside.
Inside. Third gear here. Greg, third gear.
I needed to slow down to let them through. Second gear was what I needed in that
Good selection.
situation. Thank you, though.
Yeah, overslowed.
With traffic, you have to slow
Right.
down a couple miles an
Watch
hour.
GTP.
Yep, I see him.
1 more.
Another one. Woo.
One more GTP countdown. 1 second out. Inside. GTP. Clear.
Whew.
Good heads up, Garrett. Nice stuff.
Yeah, this is good. Car still feels really solid.
GTP. Coming on you now. Also, I thought the peak we've seen before was almost 150 a few races back.
Yeah, that wasn't fun.
It's where you can have a heart attack in there.
Hey, I work out enough to know that I can get past 150.
Should be
My
last lap,
average-
I guess.
I think we're coming to the white. I got enough fuel either way, so.
Yep, yep. P car inside.
White flag, 1 to go.
Inside. You're
Yep.
clear.
1 more.
Looks like you might have some breathing room for this lap,
Copy.
but don't slack off.
You got it.
Breathe. Eyes up. Conservative brake zone.
Got it.
GTP front top of you.
All right. Just keep an eye on Gerardo that he doesn't take a big lunge.
We're looking okay so far. Looks
He's
like
too
we
far
might be able.
back.
Yep.
Yeah, he acknowledges he's not going to do it. He's been knocking off
He's
track.
gonna close it. He's gonna try and
Alright.
close it on brake zone.
Yeah.
Watch out. I know. We're good. We're good. We're good. Here it comes. Come on. Launch it.
Beautiful. Bring it home, Greg.
All right.
And that in front of you is a checker flag.
GT3. You know,
There you go.
we won twice last season.
Let's go, baby.
That's our
Podium.
best result so far.
Nice.
Whew. That was a pretty solid effort. I don't know if I
That
have
was
anything to
awesome.
complain about with that.
Complain? The heart attack somewhere in the middle. We looked at it unfold and we're like, oh, the last lap's going to be a show. We're like,
Yeah.
oh, man. And it was pretty dicey.
Whew.
Good job, Garrett, on the heads up. I think you had it called spot on. Just
Yeah.
a tickle ahead of everything. Really good. Greg, how you feeling? How's the heart rate? You looking at that thing?
I didn't. I glanced up once and I saw that I hit almost 130.
You were 120 just now. You're
Good
coming
race.
down.
Good race, Gerardo. That was very fair. That was
Yeah.
good. I'm sorry for the tap. That was not intentional, and I'm not too upset about what you did there either.
Yeah.
Especially
fair
after
racing, it's
the
on
fact that I
both
did it
sides.
to you first. So that was good. I think that was pretty fair racing with everyone. Just at the start there, one of the prototypes, I think them going off, I just got a little misplaced and hooked the wheel on the grass and had to correct and let the one Mustang, I think, by. But whew, that was good.
Yeah.
I'll take that podium.
Nice job,
58.
folks. Nice job.
I had to work for it.
I think where was TJ? Where's TJ with
I
the
know,
with the heart rate
TJ.
monitor? TJ with the bet. TJ didn't bet on this one. Daphne does have it though.
That's
So,
pretty good. I think some of the errors that I tend to make in these races, I'm trying to be more heads up about them, is that I definitely, like you've pointed out, Angela, I run a little shallow on entries
everybody
and
does.
stuff. Yeah,
Everybody does. It's field of vision that happens is, you get intense and it starts collapsing around you.
Yeah.
You know.
Especially in
start going a
traffic
little
where
mad.
you're trying to just manage and survive, and you get like one corner that's
Dude.
free, and you like
Yep.
forget that you have to not forget, but like you easily snap away from having to like do a perfect corner. So
Yeah.
it's easy to overlook. So
And
cool.
I got to tell you, you managed it really well though. Really good run.
Some of that traffic in the middle there was
Yep.
dumb.
So, if you were to look at fastest lap times, what do you think?
What I did, I can see that I did a low 207.
Compared to?
What did everyone else do? Oh, it puts us right in the order that we finished in.
Yeah. So delta
Good to
wise,
know.
so looking at things, that's what's really important. What the track will give you, what other guys are doing. So I think we did really well. Strong.
Overall, I think that was a pretty solid effort from all of us here. Car was awesome the whole way.
Nice.
I got really comfortable with it in a couple places. I mean, you always learn the most in a race more than you do anywhere else. So I'm glad we had the extra lap of fuel too.
Always.
Always. You never know.
They're always going to pass you. It seems like at the last lap that you thinking like, oh, I got to do a whole nother lap.
Yeah.
And then you got Gerardo behind you. And you're like, oh, I got to do another lap hard.
Is there anyone want to see any, before we exit the session, you guys want to see a replay of anything? I don't know if we did anything pretty silly, but I think our pit stops, timing wise, I think we got that optimized. It looked, I quickly glanced, we had the same stop time as everyone else, or in out time.
And it was like, I was watching it a bunch of laps before to see how short the delta was. What does 10 seconds, 20 seconds look like per lap?
Mhm.
And you could see it like you called out. We got two more. I'm like, I think you might only have one more. It
Mhm.
was just a quid pro quo. So I think that turned out perfect. Heads up on Gerardo and I guess where was the Porsche was in also with him at the time.
I don't see him on the
I just don't
list
see him up.
here. I don't know.
Yeah. So heads up on those guys' behalf too. Everybody jumping in the pit stop.
Yeah, that was good. There was the crash coming into the corner with the GT and LM car. Oh, so that was turn 1. I don't know what lap that was, but it was a mess. You guys have an approximate idea? I think that was like
No, I'm not
15
blank
minutes
slate
from
right
the
now.
end. All right, let's go back a couple laps. Let me see if I can find it, Trey.
Yeah.
Where's the one with like a million cars coming across start finish? That's the way we're going to be able to tell. I think it was the rear. Let's see, rear chase. Let's see which lap it was. Oh, probably this one. Let's see. This is probably it. Oh no, it was the lap that the other Ferrari was in front of me. That's what it was. All right, so that's the one I need to find. It was the one where I think it was the blue and purple Ferrari was briefly in front of me. I think I just skipped over it. Right? Right, guys? I think that sounds right.
I'm not exactly sure what it was, honestly.
Didn't mark it.
There's a few incidents I forgot to mark them all down though.
That's
I
okay.
was too intense over here.
It was the one where it was right after the pit stop because the one Ferrari came out right. No. I'm confused. Sorry. Stay by. I'll find it, guys. It's where the blue Ferrari, I think, was right behind me. No, the blue Ferrari was in the mix. Wasn't the blue Ferrari the one that got taken out in turn 1?
I don't remember. We came out of the
pits. It was
pits.
turn 1, right?
We came out of the pits, turn 1. Somebody was dicing. I think it was right there. So
I think this might be it.
Around Gerardo?
Let's
or was
just
it when
see.
we were out of the pits? It was just like
The Ferrari came out right in front of me, and I was not giving him an inch of space. It was turn 1 that stuff happened. I thought the Mustang. Okay. It was pre-pit. I thought it was the Mustang. Okay. Let's go back.
prior to the pits.
That's what Trey saying in the chat here. 3 pits.
Porsche.
I don't know. Let's do something around here.
Goofy.
I thought there was someone right immediately ahead or behind us. Was it this one? Maybe it was this one. Let's see. I'm sorry, guys. I don't have this.
No, we didn't mark it.
We didn't mark it. Might have been this. I think it
Oh,
was this.
This is it.
This is it.
Oh yeah, this is the.
This is it.
This is definitely it.
There's the touch.
Yeah, he's in the brakes a little
Alright.
early in that.
All right,
P
back
card
that one up.
tapped a little
Let's
bit.
back that up and
Back
get a
up,
different
back
angle.
up,
Yeah.
back
All right.
up.
So it's the Gulf livery Porsche in front of me. Let's do the far chase. Yeah. Here we go. All right. So coming across start finish, coming to turn 1, whole gaggle of prototypes coming through.
I already tapped him.
Oh, so you see how
Yeah.
that happened?
Yep, yep.
Oh.
Well, it looks like the Meyer Shank Acura made contact with the Cadillac. Cadillac got a little weird.
Yep.
And then didn't have his braking efficiency, went sideways. Oh, wow. That
Might
Porsche
be-
got lucky.
Yeah.
Woo.
He
Almost got-
saved that pretty well. Holy crap. His race is
Yeah.
almost over.
That would have been really bad for the Porsche. And then he was just kind of all out of sorts, probably Code Brown, didn't get a good turn 3, and this is where I just we drove by him. I think the strength of the car tonight was definitely in the straight line. We're definitely very fast off the corner. We're fast in a straight line, and then we were, I think, as good as anyone on the brakes tonight, which is, I think I said that at the beginning of the session that's what's going to yield a really fast. This was scary for me, whereas the prototype was going down the inside and I had the Porsche on the outside. But yeah, that's the key to Road America. If you can be fast off the corner, fast in a straight line, and then maximize braking efficiency, stopping in the shortest distance, that's really clutch here. If you can get anything else beyond that, I mean, I think that's looking pretty good. So
There was a couple of laps where Gerardo was close.
he was close.
We
Yeah.
were watching the accordion. Garrett was calling out some corners that he had some steam on us, if you will, and then other corners where we had him covered.
Yeah.
So
What I'll say, and this is just racing, but I think if Gerardo had gotten by me, he may have been able to pull away from me.
no.
But
No. Oh,
you got to pass me first. And I think I was being fair with that one.
Yeah, I think
Or it could have
Garrett and I-
drafted him back. So who knows?
I mean, he was racing really well. I just don't think he had the pace. And he
steam,
was right on the top, and especially in the corners. I feel like he probably had a click or two more of the wing or just a little bit more downforce than us because he was getting on top of us right in the braking zones. He was really great there, but on the exits, he just couldn't keep up. He just didn't have that straight line speed either. He'd always pull away from just a tiny little bit, and then
no.
give the nature of the track.
We were up a mile an hour in the lateral G.
Yeah, just give him the nature of the track. Then it was just inevitable for us to just pull away. And as much as he was doing great, he just didn't have a loose enough of a setup.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So let's look at the results here. So for me, in terms of my ratings, I eclipsed the 22 barrier again. So I'm back at 22.10. I think my peak that I've hit at some point was I was in the 24s briefly, and then it had a bad series of races and it dropped down again. Safety rating, I'm up at 3.75. I'm always trying to stay at least in the 3s. I'm already A-class, so I have nowhere to go up to, but it's nice to keep that high and away from an area where I'm worried about losing something. 98 championship points. I think that's the most points we've scored in a single race all season, so that should be really good for us. We'll look at the championship standing, but let's look at, like you said, Angelo, the best lap, the leader, or the winner in our class was in a BMW. Second place was a Lamborghini. The top car in class at a 206.3. Second place was 206.6, and then we were right there at a 207.1. And then everyone behind me, fifth place actually turned a little faster at 206.9. Well, some of the guys behind me actually were pretty fast.
That's about
We're at the pointy end of the field.
I think we're clicking them off way too consistent for everybody else.
Yeah. And they all were at a train, so they probably all had a draft too. Not that I did at some point also, but not many excuses. But awesome. Well, and that would, like I said, that was the second split for the evening of 3 sessions. The top strength of field was a 36.33, and we were in 20.84. But I think they combine all 3 classes, so that's kind of a misleading number anyway. So let's look at how that stacks into our results for this season. So in GT3 class, overall, internationally, we were 242 with 420 points. The leader overall has 1426 with 3.5 times as many starts as me. Definitely got way more time. And they're in the 59. So I think this season, last season we were Division 3. This season we're Division 2, which is cool, but also way more competitive. This season in Division 2, I'm 47th, and wow, like 600 points off of leader overall. But I think if we even we got a couple more solid races here, we'll be in the top first page of this. And then if we look at all divisions and just in our club, we're the Florida club. How did we go backwards with a good finish like that? We are currently P7 overall in Florida. I always love pointing out that Sebastian Weldon, one of Dan Weldon's sons, famous IndyCar driver who passed away in a gnarly wreck, unfortunately, I think like 10 years ago. His son Sebastian is in our class. I know they live down in Miami, and he's only 66 points in front of me, but with a nearly 9,000 I rating. He's Class B right now.
9,000.
He's got to get his stuff figured out, or he can't participate.
What the heck is that about?
8,700 I rating. All right, so
Is that possible?
clearly it is.
Clearly.
I don't have the time to be that competitive. So, cool. Well, let's take a look forward to next week, and if you guys are interested, let's see what I can't remember the schedule worth a damn. Next week, Barcelona. That one's gonna be all right. I think you guys want to see this one. I'm sure. I know I do. So the historic one they call is actually the current. It's the historic version. It's the version that they race on today. So I don't know what's historic about it. It's the version that they used to run, and then they added the chicane in the final corner. And then a year or two ago, they actually changed it, so they now actually don't use the chicane anymore. So September, back to original. Yeah, so I guess I need to update here. But while it loads here, I have experience in this track in a GT3 car, not driving it, but so I worked with Shane Lewis and the guys over at CP Racing. I've been helping Shane get ready for a lot of his real GT3 races in the 24-hour series for a number of years. We've worked really closely together for a long time. Really good friends with Shane. We got to get him back on here for one of our to join in on one of our races here. But anyways, I've developed this relationship with Shane and his team for just helping him get so much faster that eventually the team wanted to know how good I am at what I do, and wanted me to go get involved with their actual racing. So, so they invited me to go work with them and call strategy for the Barcelona 24 September of last year. Bit of a heartbreaker of a race, I have to say.
You were there?
I was there. I was on the radio with CP Racing. Really solid weekend. We had so Shane, the team owner, is Charlie Putman. Charles Espinlaub was, Shane hates hearing this, but the lead pro guy. He gets all the development. I only say lead just because he does all the development work with the setup of the car and whatnot. So, sorry, Shane. I know you want to be that guy with all that. So that's Charles Espinlaub, badass race car driver. He's also really solid. Shane Lewis, Joe Foster, and then for this race, we were allowed 5 drivers, so we brought in Phil Quaife, who is the son of the inventor of the Quaife differential. So
obviously logical name, but I didn't think it had any correlation. Huh.
No, he does rallies with his dad. All the guy, he's like, yep, that's my dad. That's what we do. So, yeah. So here, I'm just gonna load. What was probably the closest approximate setup? I'm going to pick our Fuji setup because I think that was really close. That should be close, a good starting point. This is going to be a downforce track, medium to high downforce track. All right, so what happened to Barcelona? Weather was really good. It was my first time at the track, getting comfortable with everything. I think we had a little bit of a mess up in qualifying, but with it being a 24-hour, well, it was very, very, very.
No, just kidding.
It was all the catering is done by the Italians, so really good was the answer. Not that Spanish food is anything to shake that's not good at either, but the Italians do the catering for this racing series. So here, I'll just start driving. It was a torrentially wet qualifying session. I think we had a hiccup and we just didn't get a great result, but 24-hour race, so qualifying is not really a big deal for us. So CP Racing, one of the things that is such a pleasure to work with them on all the time is that they are the best at execution for a team that I have ever had the pleasure of working with. Those guys are the most experienced, sharpest, cleanest operation I've ever been around. So their pit stop procedures, the driver experience, the way they work through all that stuff was utterly flawless. And I'm not just that race. Anytime I've ever interacted with them, they're flawless with all their operations. So that's a strength of the team. Is just, in a 24-hour race, we don't need to be fastest. We just need to be the smartest and cleanest. So as the one making the strategy decisions, we just make all the smart moves throughout the entire race. I think I don't even remember where we started, but I think picked up power too soon on cold tires. I think by midnight, we were in the top 10 overall, making really steady ground, smart moves, gaining ground in the dark overnight. We were really, the last 4 hours, sun started finally coming up, started really making ground. And I'm like, I think the rate we're going at, we make some gambles here. We have a chance at an overall podium and a class win. And then I think coming up at this next corner, Charles Espenlaub got into the car. He was the last one to get into the car. Right here, lost a rear half shaft. That was it. Limped it back to pit lane, put the car up in the air with like an hour to go. And the guys were like, this is a 4-hour job. So our day's over.
Yep.
And the gamble that I made with the amount of fuel, we made a little bit of a strategy gamble towards the end to try to make up some ground. The gamble would have paid off, and we would have actually had the overall podium and the class win. So that was a bit of a heartbreaker.
It said no.
It half shaft, I think the stub shaft, just split off while he was on a curb. So really unfortunate. The Mercedes is always bulletproof reliable for us. So that was a bit of a heartbreaker for us in the team, because it would have been a really solid result for us. So
sounds like a great run. Great run.
It was good. It was fun. We were really excited. And then I think we still came away with the class championship. This setup needs some work at this track. I think we still came away with our class championship, but we wanted the overall championship and the overall title. But unfortunately, that race result, man, that got me a second time. That one was just on me. That wasn't cold tires.
Yeah.
All right, I want to get it one more time here. So, when I start this next lap, I'll do a quick walkthrough. I know, Angela, you've probably only seen this in an F1 race occasionally.
Yeah, I'm still trying to figure it out. Where are we? What country is this?
Barcelona.
I love
Spain. So final hairpin off the back straightaway. Never really track out all the way here because you want it all the way on the left side of the road. I don't really know the turn numbers offhand now. We have this decreasing right, apex by that yellow curb, track out all the way, straddle the red and white, stay over there, turn in pretty fast. This setup is not cooperative with this track. And then this, where they eliminated the chicane, this one's actually really fast, just a breathe and a drag on the brake pedal.
Nice.
Carrying speed over here. We were the first pit stall right over there. And the grandstand's missing on the left side of the track. That's what looks so weird.
No rendering power.
Yeah. All right. So coming to turn one, big braking zone. I think we're at about the 150 here. Should be down to third. Drop it in onto the red and white. Get up the sausage curve. Pick up power just to breathe the correct. Try to get back to the left. And then it's how long you stay on power here. Woo. All right. Well, the setup is not cooperating.
Wow.
All right, coming out of this one, this is a decreasing, try to get to the inside, just follow it around a good bit, and then pick up power. It opens on exit, so you can really just let it eat all the way out here. Hustle it back to the right side, a little bit of a downhill here, slowest corner, I think, on track, down to second gear, stay off the inside curb.
Don't get caught.
Yep. Don't go too shallow on this little kink here in the middle. Slow down this time, Greg. Bring it down. Pick up power. They reprofile that. This is an old version of this track. That's what that is.
An undulation there.
Yeah, this one, pick up speed. You want to really roll some good speed here. I swear something changed with this track from what I know. That's why I keep screwing up here. I mean, I got to adapt, but braking at the 125 for this hairpin here, down to second gear. Get it down to the inside, and you pick up power, but don't really let it go out all the way because you want it to come back to the left here. And then we dive here. I got some work to do, clearly, on getting ready for this place. Pick up power.
I think we'll be throwing this setup out.
Yeah, we got some work to do on this. And then I'll do one more and then bring it to pit lane, and we'll call it for the night. But, yeah, at this point, as always, I really want to extend a really big thank you always to our partners for making all of this happen. It simply would not be possible without them. So, Southway Capital, thank you so much for what you guys do and supporting us on the business model development. I know I say it every week. Don't have much to share for now, but we are working on some very cool plans for the future of the Chicane Club, both physically and digitally for you guys. So stay tuned, and we'll have more to share in the coming months. Decipher Technology has given us the best cybersecurity and IT support for everything that we do here. We've got over a quarter mile of network cable in this building. We've got cell network extension repeaters in here. We've got all of their greatest cybersecurity stuff going on here. So everything we do is ultra secure and safe. It gives us a lot of peace of mind to do everything that we do in here all the time. So shout out to them for giving us some help with that. I know we're going to see them all here, I think, pretty soon. So V-Box Motorsports, thanks for everything that they do. I point it out every week, but we love having their Race Logic blue OLED lap timer display mounted on both of our sims, displaying everything we need from speed, split timing, G-forces, and then you can literally unplug it and go put it into a real car with a GPS antenna, and then start it'll do the same function in a real car on a real racetrack as it does here in the sim for us. It also allows us to capture all of our sim video and data just as you would if you had a V-Box system, camera system in your real race car. So super cool. We love bringing real race car toys and tools to what we do in the sim here. So Saw belts, I'm covered in their stuff right now. I've got their TG10 gloves in this bright yellow color that I absolutely love. Super comfortable, super breathable. They're so grippy that I don't really need to. I'm always telling myself, you don't need to grip the wheel that hard. Just let go of it, and the gloves will do all the work for you. So that part's really nice. I've got their TG10 driving glove shoes on as well. Super good for grip and feel and control on the pedals. And then I'm got their 2-inch belts and their GT pad seat that I'm sitting in. Is it necessary to have an FIE rating on your gloves, shoes, seat belts in your sim? No, obviously not. It's we use it here because we do a lot of real driver training, and we want the exact ergonomic feel of what our members are used to in the real car. So that's important for us. Not necessary for you guys. There's a lot of I think Sawbelt has their own sim product line now with their own seats and chassis and everything like that. So make sure to check them out as well. Captain's Chair Coaching, giving me the best business and executive coaching around. Shout out to Jason. Not sure if you're watching this week. Aldi Suspension, Angelo, thank you so much for doing the race support and all this. I know we have some cool plans going around off the stream as well, with you coming soon here too. Rocky's Ultimate Garage. We just visited Rocky yesterday. So if you got a supercar, sports car, high-end SUV, vintage car, anything like that, basically a car you really care about and you want treated correctly, you got to bring it to Rocky's if you're in the South Florida area for the best PPF, wraps, tints, detailing, used car sales. They're the best. I would absolutely 100% trust them with a newborn over there. So they're awesome. All of our partner links are down in our description, so make sure to check all them out and see what they have on offer and what they can do for you guys. So I know I said I was going to bring it in, but I wanted to get all that stuff in here. And as always, thank you to everyone behind me tonight and helping make all that happen. I don't think you guys definitely played a part in me surviving the race in Road America and bringing home a P3.
It was a team effort. Definitely good.
For sure. So thank you guys. Really appreciate it. We'll work and get our Twitch sorted out. We thought we had it, but clearly not. And we know we're missing engine audio for you guys tonight. I'm not sure what happened with that. It was working earlier today, but we'll look into that and we'll get the result.
Apparently, you can't touch anything in order to fix it while you're starting a stream.
Unfortunately not. No, that's
Okay.
well, we're doing it live.
Yeah, I know.
So
Pull the plug.
yeah, right. Have you tried turning it off and back on it again? Well, in theory, I can do that, but you guys wouldn't be here. We don't want to interrupt what we're doing. So
good stuff. All right, everybody. Night.
So, yeah, here, let me bring it to Pitland and we'll call it. But yeah, we'll be racing from Barcelona next week. This place is great. Weather was good. Food was good. really good experience aside from losing a half shaft an hour from the finish in a 24. That part's not fun.
Yeah, that's just, mileage.
I mean,
hours.
such as racing.
Yep.
It helps some, hurts others.
Narrow entry.
I know it was new at the beginning of the race, so that was the frustrating part.
Oh,
And
was
then
it?
here, I'll stop in our pit stall. I'm pretty sure it was number 3 right here. Oh, look at that. I was the lollipop guy. That was me at that race.
Yeah, you did that too.
Yeah. So,
Strategy and lollipop.
yeah. It was actually really good for me to do that. It was cool seeing the car doing a burnout like literally 6 inches from my feet too every time. All right, guys. We'll be back. Yeah, we'll be back same time, same place here, 8 o'clock Eastern time next week on YouTube, and hopefully back on Twitch also. We'll have everything resolved for everyone. So we'll see you guys next week. Have a good one.